This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and for the first time for probably 6 or 7 months, I'm delighted to be joined by promoter, all-round boxing man, Al Siesta. Al, first and foremost, how are you doing?
I'm very well, brother. Thank you for having me again. Nice to see you. You look really good. Look very good. Very stylish, man.
I appreciate that, Al, but I'd beg to differ. Obviously, I've gone for the growing the beard look. I don't really think it's suiting me.
Man, it does suit you, man. You know what? Funny enough, beard suits everyone. It's incredible. Absolutely everyone.
I'll take your word for that, Al, because obviously I know you've got a very good beard there yourself. But away from the beard talk, how are you doing? How's life?
Man, life is very busy, working very hard. This pandemic lockdown been a revelation, really. I had time and I had chance to sit back and think about things, reflect on things that have been going on, the directions I've been taking, the moves I've been making, and it was good. So it gave me some sort of clarity, and I know exactly what's happening now. And hence, I made few important decisions for my further progression and career. And I'm launching Cold Wars, as you know, and it's been really, really hectic and busy for the last, whatever it is, 24 hours, constantly on the phone. You finding out about people, you learning about if people are for real or it's all talk without backing up. So good. I mean, my end is everything is perfect. So we are ready, and I'm making things happen in order to have those beautiful broadcasting shows delivered to all of us.
Al, just to expand on Cold Wars for me, then what made you take up the decision, and what kind of gave you the inspiration to set up your own shows in Europe?
Yeah, that's my own shows, actually. Siesta Boxing Promotions and Cold Wars. The idea is very easy. It's cliche, it's natural progression. Both Russia and Britain are formidable boxing nations. Brits, I'd say, are slightly ahead in professional boxing and Russians in amateur boxing, but overall, both love boxing, have great tradition, and there's no reason why people wouldn't enjoy to see this international professional boxing affair, very evenly matched, bone to bone, 50-50 fight action between Russians and Brits. I personally think is great, and we secretly fancy that, because bringing journeymen from Europe or making fights which are in advance are losing fights for the people I bring, it's very different from going into something very serious like this and having that mystique and unpredictability. And there's an exciting vibe about this, because for everyone, for me as a spectator, for all the people watching, for bookmakers, for the media, for everyone, I think this is a great thing. And I am a firm believer. I want to tackle the situation when people padding their records, when people fighting journeymen who are translating what the journeyman means, person who boxes for living, and making sure that keep his skills and pressure and power on the lockdown, so the young prospect can survive and sail through and pad the record. I'm trying to fight against that now, because I never was a fan of that. I don't think it doesn't do any favors to the fighters. They're not learning anything apart from selling tickets and making sure that they know how to advertise on social media, rather than learn their trades and skills in the ring. And I'm a firm believer that it always has to be at least 60-40 for the prospect, so he can swim in deep waters and learn and understand. I mean, you don't see mismatches on international stages of amateur boxing, which I'm not really the biggest fan of. But in that sense, I mean, you see the bad decisions and terrible refereeing. Yes, it's true, but fighters are trying their best. But in our UK shows and in generally worldwide, you've got main events, which is about 3 of them, and the rest is just prospects bashing out journeymen. And this lockdown has been a revelation, as I mentioned. And now people can step up to the game. And that stupid fear of having a loss on their record or draw really, really holding everyone back, I do believe massively. because how are you going to learn your trade if you're scared to lose? What kind of thing is that? You
So
know?
for how long, Al, have you been working on Cold Wars? How long has it been going on in the background?
I have been working on Cold Wars for about 7 weeks now, and it's been a contemplation for a while. It's the idea had been lingering there, out there before the lockdown. But as I said, I had time to reflect, and it was perfect opportunity in quiet to make some deals and progress forward and find the location, speak to people. Obviously, the absence of the crowd makes it slightly easier because I don't have to worry about ticket sales and so on and so forth. So yeah, so Cold War's been in progress for 7 weeks, and I think we've got pretty much everything matched. And if I have anything I need, I'll be in touch with all the managers in the UK because all the Russians are ready. And there's a couple more fights I have to finalize from the British side, which I'll be in touch with the promoters and managers, I mean, with managers and trainers. And we're pretty much ready to go. And I'm now working on announcements of the cards, the logistics, the television side of it, the signal delivery, and so on and so forth, and obviously social media and the future announcements.
Something I was going to ask: have you got all of the fighters kind of agreed to participating in their bouts?
Yes, I have 12 Russians and 12 Brits,
So
and they're all ready, and the fights are fantastic because, guys, it's not necessarily the record that fighter has. It's the desire and what he really can bring to the table. We know we get dodgy decisions and people lose on split decision or get kind of unfavorably judged towards the prospect, for example, and coming back to journeyman. How many people could William Warburton in his heyday beat? Many, but we've been asked to take it easy. Imagine what kind of thing is like, could you take it easy or only save jobs and things like that you get on matchmaking forums and posts? Yeah, ready for the safe match. What does that mean? And Russians are ready, Brits are ready, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I'm extremely excited. Sounds a bit tired because I've been working all night, putting things together, working on the graphics, working on the interface, talking to Amazon Web Services, and so on and so forth. So very interesting.
many people will be eager to know the location of where this will be. Can you let us in on it? Can you give us a little hint at all?
Yes, it will be between London and Moscow.
There's quite a big gap there, Al. But obviously, you've mentioned it will be in Europe. We know they're going to be, Russian and British fighters. What kind of travel restrictions at all, if any, do you think you may have to kind of deal with, knowing that we've got the pandemic still going on and lockdown restrictions still in place?
It's funny you're talking about pandemics. I just been to Southampton City Centre, and it's the view of the town centre is post-apocalyptic. It's terrible. There's no one there. It's rain, paper, wraps, and plastic bags are flying everywhere in the wind. And it's like real surreal. And things, few people in masks, few beggars. I actually recognized one beggar once upon a time. I remember her. She was very different. And it's just like a quite sad, but I know from next week, it's picking up and shops are going to be open and things. So, and I'm waiting for that sunshine, you know what I mean? I'm waiting for that sunshine. In terms of traveling restrictions, as I said, England a little bit behind in quarantine and pandemic development because we reacted slightly late, which has nothing to do with Boris Johnson's decisions or anything. In my firm opinion, we had to react late. It wasn't a script. But anyway, Europe opens from 1st of July officially everywhere. No one has to self-quarantine anymore. Spain open for tourist destinations. So in other countries, I'm not sure about Italy. I think Italy is from 15th of July. But the location where I'm putting my events at is ready to host from 1st of July with an open arms.
We obviously saw boxing return last night with Top Rank show in Las Vegas. Will you have been taking like a kind of a close eye on that, keeping an eye on how they were running things?
I have. To be honest with you, I haven't watched the event, but I saw some social media posting with the very interesting little stage with staircase. Right. What was that for? What was that platform for? Do you know?
I believe it was for the ring walk.
Was it for the ring or ring announcer? I thought they're not crazy to put referee in there and watch like that, like in the
The
swimming pool.
referee was in the ring.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Because that's what I'm going to be having proper boxing. There's no alteration because of pandemic, and I guarantee you won't see many masks on my event. Hopefully, because I think it sends the wrong message anyway. Not like I'm not saying self-isolate and protect yourself. I mean, protect yourself for the sake of others. Yes, or protect others. I'd say that's mask is very good. But bear in mind, the old bacteria that accumulates, they will affect your breathing eventually. So I don't know if it's more detrimental or not. Just wash your hands and wash your face and make sure you keep your social distancing as much as I can say, really. No, I mean, I've been keeping my eye closely on what's going on in Europe, and I didn't see Dana White's events and Bob Arum's, but I've got my own idea what I want to do and how I want to run things. And at the end of the day, I also have a certain budget, which I restricted with or by, and therefore I know what to expect, and I'll try to utilize and make it as best possible for what I have, you know?
Before I do let you go, there's a couple of things I just wanted to ask you about. Obviously, we can't go without asking about Luther Clay. What is the latest with regards to his bout with Chris Congo?
Chris Congo and Luther Clay, as far as I know, the fight is on. They both in camp. I spoke to both of them. They eager to go in the ring. The only thing that I'm not sure about is the date, and I haven't heard from Matchroom to confirm which date that's going to be and which event yet. So I'm hoping to hear from them very soon, and we can make that. Matchroom can make that public announcement. But at least, obviously, the courteous thing to do is let us know so we know which date we're preparing for. Because as you know, I asked for extra 2 weeks for Luther Clay's camp, and I think Chris Congo and his team were kind to grant that, and we are on the same page. So just waiting to hear from Matchroom, really. The fight is on, definitely.
Oh, we will leave it there now, and I will leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. Before I let you go, though, final word to you. What would you like to say to everyone who watches our interview?
Boys, the British fans, remember, I'm your British promoter. Yes, I have the accent. And I don't want to say I'm the special one, like one man. But what I'm trying to say, I've been here 25 years. This is my country. I love this country. I've got British kids, British wife, and obviously I'm Russian by nationality. So, in fact, unfortunately, my kids don't really speak Russian well, which is really British. And just take it as it's something happening in the United Kingdom. Yes, I do events in Europe only for logistics purposes, because we are on the lockdown still, and I really want to see some boxing. So therefore, I'm gifting that opportunity to all of us, trying to come out of my comfort zone and think outside the box. You know what I mean? So all I need is your support and love, and maybe 599 on the night of the event. Thank you, guys.
Oh, it's been a pleasure to catch up with you. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thank you, bro. Bye.
Thanks, Al. That's brilliant. I'll speak to you later.